And we're back with another Pirate Author Adventures in 2025. It's a very fresh video. We are going to be robbing a train today, and we're going to see if this still works in 2025 with no bounty and no wanted. And just make sure that we are going to be doing this the right way. Now, this entire process is going to take about 30 minutes. You're going to come out with anywhere, depending on how the train spawns and what spawns on the train, how many people are on the train. Anywhere from 200 to 300 dollars that you're going to be able to pick up on the train, plus all of the loot that you're going to get that you can sell to the fence there in Van Horn. Again, this is early in the game. This is chapter 2. We just got the Horseshoe Overlook. I did go rescue Sean. I did bust Micah out of jail. So that's kind of where I'm at with Pirate Arthur here in this particular playthrough. This will be my 4th playthrough of the game. Got about 3,000 hours in on it. And we're going to see what still works in 2025 and what doesn't work in 2025. And we're just going to go and have a little bit of fun with Pirate Arthur here in the process. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is about an 8-year-old game here. So, for any new players coming in and looking to experience this game and you're having a good time doing it, then you are in the right place. This is a fantastic game outside of Grand Theft Auto. And just super, super cool game. And one of the best open world games of all time. So, Red Dead Redemption 2, you can rob the train whenever you encounter one after completing the Pouring Forth oil mission in Chapter 2. So, train robberies will be available after the Pouring Forth oil mission in Chapter 2 after you get to Horseshoe Overlook. So, once you get to Horseshoe Overlook, first things always are going to be first. You have to go see Pearson and unlock the Legends of the East satchel. You're going to need that satchel to collect loot and valuables to sell so you can rack up some cash early in Chapter 2 in 2025. I have already racked up about 800 bucks just in some loot and different things. And I'll make another video on a couple of fast money glitches that you're going to be able to do in 2025 that still works in 2025 that I've never seen. Even in 8 years of this game being out on the YouTube, I've never seen this glitch. So one of those glitches that I always do early on in each one of these playthroughs, just to collect a lot of loot, valuables, and money and stuff to sell and just rack up as we move through the world. So when you get to Horseshoe Overlook in Chapter 2, be sure that you go see Pearson, start unlocking the satchels, get the Legends of the East satchel, and then go and loot the world, defog the map, come back to the camp. You need about $700. Upgrade Dutch's accommodations, then you'll upgrade Arthur's accommodations to get the fast travel map from, or the fast travel function activated. And so that's going to help you, especially if you're new to the game. It's going to help you tremendously traveling throughout the world because you're going to spend most of your time on on horseback, riding through the open world, and fast travel is going to get you there extremely fast, and you're going to save a lot of time. So, again, we're talking about robbing a train with no bounty and no wanted in 2025. I am on PlayStation 5. I am using a PlayStation headset, so the audio quality is not going to be the greatest. It's not like on PC where I have a full setup, but this is a PlayStation 5, and we're going to be seeing if we can get some of this stuff to seeing what still works in 2025 and what doesn't after 8 years of being out with Red Dead Redemption 2. So they say that there's no real specific cooldown time before in between train robberies, but I have noticed that it's about 3 to 5 in-game days before you'll be able to rob a train doing this particular method with no bounty and no wanted. So um, you you can rob trains frequently, but if you just rob a train, if you just jump a train in the open world, you're going to get a bounty, and the loot that you take off the train is not going to cover the bounty that you're going to pick up doing so. So this is the only way that you can really rob a train and come out with anywhere from 200 to 600 bucks in cash and valuables, and not pick up a bounty and not pick up a wanted, and then just right away completely free and clear of all that. So you can do this a couple of different ways. A quick way would be to, because again, this process is about 30-minute process from start to finish. If you take a stagecoach from anywhere to Saint Denis, that's going to be the quickest way to do it. If you fast travel to Saint Denis, it always puts you outside of town, and you're going to have to ride through the entire town. So it takes time to get from point A to point B, which is the post office. But if you take a stagecoach, you're going to be able to get there a lot quicker, and it's going to put you right at the post office. So I would always recommend taking a stagecoach if you have a $5 or $6 to spare after your open world looting. So let's go ahead and jump on that, and we're going to take the stage from Rhodes to Saint Denis, and we're going to get started on this.
So, can I get a ride?
Where to, friend?
So we want to go to Saint Denis, which is $2.50. It's just right down the road. But the main reason, yes, I could ride my horse there, but it's quicker just to take the stage, because it's going to put you out right at the post office where we need to be.
Saint Denis, please.
No destination too close. That's my motto.
No destination too close. All right, thanks, Coachman. So we're going to head on out. Go ahead and get in this train. Again, you're going to need 2 sticks of dynamite. There are 2 safes on this train. And you're going to need, I usually take my rifle. You can use your pistols if you want. I just take my rifle that's just what I've always done. I just prefer the rifle when you start having to shoot out with the 5 or 6 guards you're going to encounter on the train itself. So we're going to go through the cinematic here. Pirate Arthur is going to arrive via stagecoach at the Saint Denis trolley station. So we're going to go through that.
Sorry if I cut short a fun dream.
And Pirate Arthur has arrived. So I'm going to whistle for my horse here. Let's see, find my horse. There's my horse. So I need my weapons. I do have the Missouri Foxtrotter. I did the Alistair photography glitch to get this horse. It was a process, and it took forever, but I couldn't get the lady respawn glitch to work as I have done in the past, the way that I used to get this horse. So when I did get to chapter 2, I made sure that I got as far as the Alistair photography mission with the horse, where you have to run the horses through the marsh, and he takes a photo. But it was a process, but it did work. I do have the horse. I'll reload a new game, and I'm going to see if I can get the other glitch to work with the lady, where the horse is dead. The lady asks for a ride. You get up on the mountaintop and snipe her until the horse respawns, and then you have the horse. But that didn't work this time around, but this one in particular did with the photography mission. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grab my carbine repeater. Whoops. Do that. Again, I'm on PlayStation 5. So what we're going to do here is we're going to Saint Denis. Just be very careful. If you bump someone, then it's going to be be an issue. You will get a disturbing the peace just because you're in Saint Denis. So there's nothing I can do right now because I can't buy train tickets until this gets reported. So I'm just going to go ahead and ride off. Again, be very careful when you're riding around Saint Denis. You don't want to bump into someone or antagonize them too much, because you will get a wanted, And these cops they'll not ask any questions. Sometimes they'll just show up and start shooting, and then you'll have a big fat bounty, and you don't want that. So we're gonna ride outside of the red here until our wanted goes down and this investigating is complete. And then we're going to ride back over to the post office. We're going to grab our train tickets to Annesburg, and then we're going to start our Pirate Arthur adventure in 2025 and try to get this train rob with no wanted and no bounty. All right, so this is over. Let's head back. Be careful not to run over anyone because, again, you're going to get that bounty, and it's especially if you don't have a lot of money up front to pay for these bounties. All right, so let's get back on here. Let's grab my rifle.
Hello there.
And we are station clerk. We're gonna buy some train tickets. We're gonna buy a train ticket to Annesburg, and we're gonna go through the cinematic here and get to Annesburg, and this is where we're gonna start the adventure. All right, so we're going to get back to Annesburg. Here we're coming into Annesburg from Saint Denis, and we're going to see if this glitch, or it's not really a glitch, it's just kind of like a cooldown period in between train robberies. Like I said, it's going to be 3 to 5 days for this particular mission, but this is really the only one that I've ever done where you don't get a bounty or a wanted. So that's what we're going to focus on here in 2025. And let's see if we're going to get this to work here. Okay, so if you notice in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see an option to sit. So that is an indicator that enough time has passed in the cooldown between the last time you robbed a train in this method to this time. So again, it's usually going to be about 3 to 5 days, so you can't rob it just back to back to back to back. So once you get to Annesburg, you're going to see that option to sit. If you don't see the option to sit, it's more than likely that not enough cooldown time has passed, and you're just going to have to go out in the open world and come back several days later to do this. So if you notice that my horse has followed us here, so we're going to wait, and it's usually about 60 seconds, 120 seconds for the train to take off. You're going to hear a loud whistle from this train, and then we're going to start moving, and then we can pick up our Pirate Arthur adventure, and we're going to rob this train with no bounty and no wanted in 2025. So again, just be patient, just sit here, wait for the train whistle, wait for you to start moving, and then we're going to get up and go about our business. And it's going to be a long ride to get around to our destination where we're going to the Grizzlies East Tunnel, because that's where we need to go to make sure that we are successful in not getting a bounty or a wanted. Now you will get a couple of wanteds, but it's not going to affect anything. There's going to be no bounty. All right, so here's our train whistle, and we are on our way. So this is working, and we are going to just kind of sit here and wait till we get outside of town. You don't want to do anything inside town. So what I usually do, once the train starts walking or starts rolling here, I'm going to walk. I'm going to start walking. I'm going to whistle my horse. Sometimes the horse makes it past the river. Sometimes it does not. So what I usually do here is wait until I get past the mill and go around this first bend right here. And once we get outside of town, then all you're going to do, I'm going to whistle my horse and see if I can get him to follow, is jump on top of the train. And that's where we're going to start. All right, so I have my rifle. Always want to crouch. You always want to crouch because these trestles that you go under these tunnels here will take your head off and kill you. So then you have to start the whole process over again. From this point to the time, from the time that the train leaves to the time that you finish your robbery, it's gonna take about 25 to 30 minutes. So keep that in mind when you're doing this method. But again, this is 2025, no bounty, and no law enforcement is going to come and get you on this. So what I usually like to do here, just as a precaution, is to equip my mask. And I'm going to keep whistling my horse and see if I can get my horse. Sometimes the horse will make it if you just keep whistling. Most of the time it's going to get stuck on the river up here, so it just is what it is. Oh no! So you don't want to fall off the train, because that's going to be a disaster. You have to do all this over again, so we don't want to do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump from car to car. We're going to get to the front car. So just have Arthur just run, and we're going to get to the. Be careful not to fall down. If the guard sees you, it could alert them. It could alert them and cause a bounty and an investigation. So be very careful of falling down into the train. You want to make sure you stay on top of the train here. Let's see. Maybe my horse is going to make it. Maybe it's not. We'll see. If not, it's not a big deal. There's a way around that. Also, you don't want to pull out any of your weapons. You just want to be unarmed here. And just get as close as you can, because we're going to take out the conductor once we get into the Grizzlies East tunnel. And if an NPC sees you armed with a mask on, they're going to alert the authorities, and then you could get a bounty. So here's what I'm talking about with these these tunnels or overpass, these trestles here. If you stand up, these things will take you out. So always be crouching when you're doing this particular mission here. So let's go ahead and look and see what our map is here. So here's the tunnel. This is the Grizzlies East tunnel, and it starts here and it ends here. So what we want to do is we want to stop the train right here, right in the middle of the tunnel. We don't want to be outside or on either end. We always want to be in the middle. So this is what's going to prevent the law enforcement from a bounty. So this is where we're going to be. But this is where the entrance is. This is where we're going to take out the conductor, and you'll probably start fighting the guards until you get to this point here. So let's continue on. And again, if you stand up, these low tunnels here will take you out. And since it does take some time for this whole method to work. If you get halfway down here, you're way up at the top of the map. It's a lot of wasted time. You don't want to do that. So we'll make sure that you get this right the first time as we move through here. All right, so we're coming around the bend. We're about to come up on. As soon as you go through this pass up here, you are going to see the entrance of the Grizzlies East. I think it's the Grizzlies East tunnel. Yeah, the Grizzlies East tunnel. So here we are. We're coming up to this pass right here. And so once we get about right here, once we start seeing the opening of the tunnel here for the Grizzlies East, and we're going to go ahead and pull out our pistol and get ready to fire. Now the angle, the angle is going to be pretty difficult once you get down to the engine to shoot the conductor, but you have to kill him. You can't throw him off, because if you throw him off, he's going to alert the authorities, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and pull out Micah's revolver. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there on getting Micah's revolver, but you have to do it while you're in Chapter 1. So watch the videos to get Micah's revolver there. Alright, so sometimes you can shoot the conductor here. He'll keep his head out the window, but most of the time he's going to put his head right back in when we come around here. So let's see, he put his head in. Alright, so now we're going to make our move. We're going to jump down and just start blasting. There we go. So we're going to drive the train. The guards have been alerted. They are behind me. So we are going to accelerate and get this thing down as far as we can get. Now, you're going to get shot here. So just make sure that you have some provisions ready. Sometimes those guards will make it to the coal car here and start blasting you, so you just have to be aware. It's hard for them to shoot you because of the angle and because of these little openings that they have. So just be aware that you could get shot. Just have some provisions ready to go if you start getting shot. Okay, here's the bend. So we're going to go ahead right when we make this turn. We're going to see the entrance of that train, the train tunnel up there. So we're going to go ahead and get out now and make our move. So this is where I'm going to pull out my rifle and start blasting these guards. Now I do have a wanted crime reported. That does not mean anything. You're just going to be looking at your mini map here, and just make sure that you. The guards are going to be coming from both sides also. Here they come.
You're ready to die.
All right. So it's like 3 guards. I think there's like 2 or 3 more here. There's like 5 or 6 guards usually. Now you're going to have a wanted crime reported this entire time. Don't worry about that. Just go about your business here. See, it went away. But there are some more guards back here that apparently jumped off the train when we were stopped. So we're going to wait for them to show up. It's a little bit different on this. Oh, here he is. Okay, so that's it. So that was all the guards. Usually the guards are going to be up on you a lot faster. So again, this is 2025, so things are, going to be a little bit different here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just loot everything that we can loot. Again, here's your low honor part. The honor is going to go down, so we're going to grab your... let's see if we can grab our lantern here so we can see what we're doing. And we're just go, oops, I accidentally got on the train there. So again, we're going to loot everything that we can possibly loot because that's what we're doing here. We are looking for money. We're looking for loot. We're trying to get some spending money here early on in the game. So I'm just going to grab all of these guards, and we're going to loot them as much as we can possibly loot. So yeah, platinum pocket watch. That's about a $25 watch, I believe. So we're going to get some good loot here. And we have 786 bucks. So we're going to see, this is before we sell all of our loot, so we're going to see what we're going to have at the end of this mission here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loot everything. This is where the Legends of the East Satchel comes into play. Because, like I said, canned fruit, all of this stuff you can sell. Let's go ahead. Need some of that, so I can grab that. And there's some chests here. Sometimes there's coin in there. Sometimes there's other items, valuables. I'm here with some hair tonic in this one this time. All right. These are the safe. There's 2 of these safe cars. So what we're gonna do is you can sell that Kentucky bourbon. And there's one safe. I don't mess with the safes here. I do the safes after I rob the train. So we're gonna take everything that we can possibly take. I'm gonna close this cabinet too, because sometimes I have been hung up on this cabinet. So this is one of the safes here. And there is another safe in the car immediately behind this safe. But there's also going to be some other cabinets and such that you can loot. So just make sure that you loot everything, again, because we're taking everything that we can possibly take. All right, so we'll get into this cabinet here. Let's some gun oil. Take some crackers. I can't carry any more of this item. Again, I've looted so much that I've filled up. You can carry a maximum 99 items each in your Legends of the East satchel. And also notice that there is no light inside this particular cabin. So it's going to be dark when you come back here to blow that safe. Alright, so now we're getting to the very low honor part. This is where we're going to rob all of the NPCs. There's a coin purse here. And we got $1.82. Alright, so go ahead and pull out your pistol here. And we're going to get ready to rob all of these people on this train. So again, this is a low honor part. So what we're going to do is we're going to rob everyone. As soon as we rob everyone, what you want to see, $10.37 and 2 golden earrings. If you blast the person and loot them again, you can re-loot them, and you can take whatever they didn't give you the first time. So a platinum spring bracelet, that's about a $7 bracelet there, and then you can just continue on your robbing spree.
Mom, I will kill you right here.
So what I usually do in these is I'll take all of the, now there's first class passenger cars, and then there's your economy cars in the back. If you notice that these are $10 or $11, and then the economy cars in the back are going to be like $3 or $4. So $9.30 there, plus a gold wedding ring.
You need to give me all your money.
And then we'll re-loot these NPCs and take everything else. Alright, so again, this is a very low honor thing to do, so just keep that in mind. But hey, we got to get some cash, so it is what it is. So see, I got a gold pendant necklace there, some salted venison. We're going to see what this person didn't give me after they gave me $9.37. We got some miracle tonic there, and let's see what else we get from this person here. An extra $2, so, and a gold jointed bracelet. And some snake oil. So see, you can re-loot these people and make sure that you get maximum loot when you are doing this particular method. You're going to lose honor, so you might as well get everything. And again, there are 2 first-class passenger cars. These people are going to have the most money.
I'm gonna need everything you got on.
Just take it. Take it.
So $11.89 there, plus a silver camp buckle. And then we're going to see what he didn't give us here. So let's see what he didn't give us.
Why are you doing this?
He didn't say that he gave us anything. Let's see. Get our pistol back out here. Start robbing some more of these people.
Yeah, just take it.
$9 plus a gold wedding.
You deaf? I said hand over what you
It's
got.
yours.
$11.
Give me your
Why
money.
these NPCs don't run off by, you know, it's just beyond me. Oh, well, there we go. That plus a gold pendant necklace.
All your money now, and you walk
Okay,
away.
okay. This is all I have.
$8, and then we're going to see in a silver emblem ring. Let's see what else she had that she did not give us. Open miracle tonic. Let's see what this old boy right here. Again, this is 2025, so we're going to see what works here. Obviously, this still works here in 2025. So I did come up on a lot of good extra loot here. All right, so now we're back in the economy cars. If you notice, it's kind of dirty back here, and there's just garbage and stuff. Your typical economy cars. There's usually going to be a few more people back here,
All your money now. Don't
but they're not going to
make
give
me
you as
ask
much
twice.
money. So watch this. So that is $4.85 and 2 golden earrings.
Give me everything you got on you. I ain't playing.
Sure. I don't want any trouble. Okay.
And $5 here. So these guys they have a little bit more. Usually it's like $3 or $4 on the first pass. Or the first pass. So these guys are gonna have some extra.
Are you deaf or stupid? Hand it over now.
Just take it.
$3. That's usually what it is. Oh, he died with his armor
You
right there.
need to
There we
give me
go.
all your money now.
Okay, take it.
$3.52. Okay, so now we can reloot everybody and take whatever else that they did not give us. So a gold wedding ring there. Some meat. Here's a gold pocket watch worth about $8, I think. Platinum belt buckle, $5. He was carrying 2 golden earrings for whatever reason. And let's see what else she had. A platinum band. So we got some good valuables here. And we're going to go ahead and finish off the rest of these passengers.
Give me your money. It ain't worth dying.
Here, take this. And just please.
Sweet heaven. Give me
So again,
everything
this is
you
a very
got on
brutal,
you.
very low honor
Well,
thing to
just
do,
take it,
but
goddamn
hey, it's part of the game, and this is what we're going to be doing here.
Mom, I will kill you right here.
All right, this is all I got.
So these passengers, actually, this is a pretty good train, so they had a lot of good stuff. Even in the economy cars, you're talking $4 or $5 instead of 3 or 4. So that's a pretty good haul there.
Take this. I've got nothing.
See, Faye almost had $6 and a silver ring. So let's see what else he didn't give us. A gold pocket watch, some Miracle Tonic. Let's see what she did not give us. Another $4.85. So look at that. So let's see what this person has. Some health cure. Let's see what this guy has here. And that's pretty much all of the NPCs that you're going to be able to rob and loot and then reloot again. So 226. So look at our money that we have collected up here. We started with 787 some odd dollars, 790 whatever it was. Now we're up to $933. So we're not done yet. There's still some stuff back here that we can grab on our way to the rear of the car. So make sure that you stop and pick up everything that you can possibly pick up if you have that Legends of the East satchel. Because again, this is about loot. It's about collecting as much stuff, valuables, and items as we can possibly collect, so that we can sell all this stuff and come out with a lot of cash. Again, this is going to take 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes to do start to finish. But obviously, this does still work in 2025. This is July 2025. So also herbivore bait, predator bait, scent cover lotions, all that stuff can be sold to the trapper. So we're at the back of the train here. This is the last car. Make sure that you loot everything here. Sometimes there's some coin in here. I don't see any coin, but take everything that you can possibly take. Again, this is what we're doing. We are looking for loot, we're looking for valuables, we're looking for money. And once we finish looting this in car, we are going to head back up to the safe cars, and we're going to blow these safes and then grab whatever it is that they have in the safes. Usually, I mean, I've looted anywhere from $100 to $12. It just depends on what spawns. So let's make our way back up to the front here. And then we're going to get the final loot off of this train. All right, here we are. All right, so what we're going to do, I usually close these cabinet doors here because I have been hung up on these cabinets. Oh, this is open, but it's not. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull out a stick of dynamite. And it's dark, as you can see. So face the safe. I'm on PlayStation 5. So right trigger. Whoops, let me get the dynamite. And I planted the dynamite. I'm going to hit triangle. And I'm going to get out of here. Blow. There's the safe door. It turned on the light, which is interesting. And let's see what is in here. So we have a money clip. $12. We have a bill stack, $25. We have a coin stack, $11. And look at that, 50. Okay, there was a good almost 100 bucks in this particular safe. So let's get back here to this first car, safe car here. Now this one, there is a glitch in the game. There is a gold pocket watch in here that you're not going to be able to get. So just don't even bother wasting your time on it. You're not going to be able to pick it up. It is a glitch. Let's see if I can close this cabinet door. It kept hanging me up on it. I have been hung up on that cabinet door and blown myself up with a dynamite. So, all right. So we're going to stand in front of the safe. We're going to grab our stick of dynamite. We're going to look at the safe. We're going to right trigger to plant the dynamite and triangle to light it, and then we're going to get out of here. Now this one will trigger a wanted, but don't worry, there's nobody coming. And then we're going to see what we got. There's the gold pocket watch that you can't pick up. So let's take this bill stack. Oh, so 25 bucks, 25 bucks, and I can't pick up the pocket watch. So 50 bucks. So this was a good haul on this train. So 8. So that was almost 250 bucks for this particular train. And we haven't even sold all the valuables yet. So we're probably going to walk away here with 500-600 bucks total with loot and with money. So that was it. This is no bounty, no wanted, no law enforcement. 2025 train robbery in the Grizzlies East Tunnel. Let's see where our horse is. Map. See if our horse made it. No, our horse did not make it. Our horse got stuck at the river. So usually the horse is going to get stuck at the river here at Willard's Crest. So sometimes it makes it, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay. So what we're going to do here to fix this is we're just going to head to the front of the train. We're going to go out the front side here. And you can take your mask off at this point. Just don't go back into this tunnel once you get out of here, because it is not going to. There have been some guards respawn in there, so just don't go back in. You're already done here, so you don't need to go back in there anyway. All right, so we are outside of the tunnel. So now all we're gonna do is make a save. So we're gonna start here. Whoops. Go down to story, make a save. Yes. And that's it. So we're going to let it go through its thing here on the save. So once the game is saved at that point, all you're going to do is load that save. And then it will respawn my horse right here at the Grizzlies East Tunnel, and I don't have to wait, and I can just get on and do my fast travel from my horse saddle. And that's it. So yes, it does still work. That was a good haul on that particular train. They're not always going to be good like that. But that was a good haul. That was a lot of bill stacks and a lot of money inside that train. A lot of valuables, a lot of good stuff. What I usually do at this point is I will come out here in the wilderness because I have my fast travel unlocked, and I will make a camp, and I will head to Van Horn fence. This is chapter 2. Head to the Van Horn fence and then sell all the valuables that you have. So we're going to fast travel to Van Horn. And this is where we are going to sell everything that we just looted, earrings and jewelry and necklaces and such. The Emerald Ranch fence is also a great fence to sell stuff. I usually go to the Van Horn because after I sell everything that fence will buy, I'll just rob him and get an extra 25 or 26 bucks. Again, very low honor thing to do, but at the end of the day, this is what we're doing. We're trying to just collect enough, a good $1,000 at least is a good haul or as soon as you get down into chapter 2. And so this is just a couple of ways that you can do that. And see, we already made the town mad by running over one of the NPCs. So we're just going to kill everybody here, and I usually do it up here. Pirate Arthur Adventures. Man, this town is just absolutely nuts. And I think that should have been it. All right. So now we can get over to the fence and sell all of our loot off. Collect our. Say I've got 1,057 bucks here. So. And we're going to see what we get with all this jewelry that we just stole off of that train.
You threaten my life again. All I've got to do is ring the bell and you're dead. So behave.
So as you can see, I've robbed this guy many times. So let's sell some stuff. Okay, we have 10 platinum earrings, 30 bucks for 10 platinum earrings. Here's all our gold earrings, another 30 bucks there. We got 20 bucks in necklaces, belt buckles, $27 in platinum earrings. That's a lot of loot coming off of that train. Again, silver pocket watch is 8 bucks. A platinum pocket watch is 12 bucks. So you can get a lot of money from
Listen, can't be waiting around here
looting that train. So again, if you're new to the game, you're just now starting the game, this is a way to get fast cash. All of this loot, like from robbing these trains, that's a lot of money up front. You can go ahead and rob this train 2, 3, or 4 times in Chapter 2 here after the Pouring Forth Oil mission, and collect all your money, buy your outfits, upgrade your weapons, all that fun stuff. And then everything else that you loot from here on out, you probably should save it for John in the epilogue to do the pig farmer wall safe glitch, to leave all your money to John at the very end of the game, like the very last mission. You don't want to do the pig farmer mission until the very last chapter 6, before our better selves mission. And then right before that mission, which is the final mission, that's where you want to go and do the pig farmer mission. So always save that. So we're going to go ahead and rob this guy and get another 20, 23, 25 bucks.
Okay.
And so that's it. So it does work. 2025 train robbery, no bounty, and selling off all your goods. Like I said, I started out with $790 whatever it was dollars, and now I have $1,089. So that was a good haul, and I didn't even sell everything that I took from all the valuables that I took off the NPCs there. So. Also, while you're here, just go ahead and steal all the coffee and steal all the bourbon, because you can sell all this stuff back to the fences and get more money on that. So if you're losing honor, you might as well lose all of it. And while you're here, this is the best place to do it, because you're not going to get any bounty or warrants or anything like that. You're just going to lose all of your honor. So. And there's also shells back here, and so if you need to loot up on your ammunition, then this is also a place to do that. But that's it. Pirate Arthur Adventures, robbing a train in 2025 with no bounty, and coming off Well, it's probably $700. Once I sell all that stuff, it's probably a good $700. That's just one train. So have fun. Post up in the comments below. Like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and just continue on as Pirate Arthur on this playthrough here, and just kind of do Pirate Arthur things, and we'll see as we play through the game what's changed, what's been updated, what's been patched, and everything else as we move along. So stay tuned for more videos, and we'll catch you on the next one, Pirate Arthur Adventures.